Hi everyone! So, normally this would be included as part of our yearly con report video, but that ran a little longer than expected, so I decided to give the slideshow its own video. So with that out of the way, on with the show. So my cousin and I actually arrived late Wednesday evening. We basically spent what was left of the day just killing time and getting our schedules figured out. Of course, that's kind of the whole reason anyone shows up on Wednesdays. That same night we saw, who else but our friend Dave working Reg. We joked with him that he spends all his time behind the Reg table, whereupon he had a miniature existential crisis of the realization he's basically become a living NPC. Trying to make the best of the situation, we suggest that he should cosplay a gunrunner robot from Fallout New Vegas. With any luck, the registration tables will all be gunrunner booths next year. As always, Dan and Marianne were there at the Art Tunes booth, waiting for us, with expensive merch. Check out our Colossalcon 2017 report video for more details about that. On to the cosplay photos. Working the Kyoto anime booth is our friend Misa, pictured here next to a pretty good-looking young Guts cosplayer. Earlier that week, she was actually rocking a pretty solid Motoko Kusanagi outfit. Unsurprisingly, there were many Star Wars cosplayers this year. I personally rather like this guy's Imperial uniform. I actually saw a couple of Undertale cosplayers this year. I was talking with this guy in particular about how he made his costume. There's always something to be said for rigging something together but still putting effort into it. Good on you, sir. It's kind of funny. We ran into this Mercy cosplayer in the parking lot, but she was still getting her costume together, so we kept an eye out for her in the halls. Now, as I've said many times, I don't really have much of an interest in Overwatch, but there's no denying the level of attention and detail she put into this costume. Now, we saw these two on our way in on Saturday. Or was it Friday? Either way, what I do remember is that my cousin was so excited, he nearly tore my car door off its hinges, causing noticeable damage, but whatever. Oh yeah, these costumes are pretty baller. I especially dig the realistic costuming combined with judicious use of pool noodles. The big googly eyes an especially nice touch. Of course, cosplay isn't just for the young. Let's take a look at these next few folks representing old school, starting with this Wildstar. Then, I nearly lost my shit when I came across this Yosho in the hallway. Apparently, I was the first person to recognize who he was dressed as. Lastly, there's this Cologne. I've seen her a few times before, but it's always a treat. Naturally, these days there were more than a few fast food cosplayers. Of course, anyone who's seen Project Eiko will tell you why the Colonel's appropriate for an anime convention. And we all expected there to be a gaggle of Wendy's this year. This is one of the better ones I saw. The sign really brings it all together. And it's not an anime con without a million Sailor Moon cosplayers. These are just a couple of the more noteworthy ones I came across. Of course, it's always good to see Sailor Pluto and Saturn. These two characters are fairly underdone. I saw this very interesting Moon cosplayer literally just sitting there like that in the lobby. I caught these three in the dealer room, sporting a more traditional take on the classic Sailor Scout outfits. Now, Jupiter is probably my favorite Sailor Scout, so I do always try to get a pic of at least one Jupiter cosplayer, and I met this one in the hallway, who, full disclosure, I actually found rather attractive, but she was with this guy, whom I'm assuming is one of the following, her brother, boyfriend, or even husband. Either way, he looks like he could kick my ass, so I kept that to myself. Moving on! Also in the lobby were these wonderful Fallout cosplayers. I absolutely love the variety in their costumes. Our friend Jason, pictured here playing Silent Scope, was cosplaying Agent 47 and actually decided to get in on the action. Because reasons. There was actually a surprising number of Oh My Goddess cosplayers this year, including this particularly good Beldandy. It's not too often someone goes all out on the hair with that. Very nice. It's not something I'm particularly into, but I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't at least report on the metric ton of Dragon Maid cosplayers attending this year. Saw them everywhere. Now, it's no secret that I lean more towards the Zeonic end of things. Hey, say what you will about their politics, but fascists just have the coolest uniforms. And as it turns out, I'm not the only one who thinks so. Just ask Shara's Novel, pictured here with Captain Zeon, who I got a picture with later. Seriously, this should be a f***ing recruitment poster right here. In fact, support for Zeon's cause was high throughout the convention. Okay, what else? Very authentic-looking Logan cosplayers. A surprisingly good Miyoshi we saw in the Q&A panel. Chidori is always a good thing, so are Servbots. Oh, and Dead Rising, I suppose. Is that a cat bus? Holy shit, that's a goddamn cat bus. Captain Hook's a codfish. Because the joke writes itself. Praise the sun. Broku's on patrol. Nightmare fuel. Epic backpack. Rule 34. Wait, how'd that get in here? Crap. Hey, cut to the slideshow. Cut it!
Wait, keep going. Keep going. Come on, we're doing the Troll 2 rave. Come on, man.
Are you recording this?
Hell yeah.
Alright, 6-3, guys.
You done recording?
Yeah.